People over 50, listen up. I'm going to share a list of 5 exercises you should not do, never, under any circumstances. Unless you want to start the apocalypse. I'm obviously exaggerating. But each age group has its advantages and challenges, and I'm not trying to generalize. Some people over 50, 60, 70, or 80 are more fit than 20-year-olds. If that's you, that's awesome, and feel free to ignore this video. However, if you're a newbie in the gym, I'll explain 5 tricky exercises to avoid, why, and what to replace them with for the same benefits. Let's dive right in. First on our list of exercises to avoid for those over 50 is the upright row. This exercise involves lifting weights or a barbell towards your chin while keeping it close to your body. As you can easily notice, this move primarily targets your shoulders and upper back muscles. However, the upright row can be risky for individuals over 50 because it forces the shoulders into a strained position. Basically, you're doing an internal shoulder rotation and flexion at the top of the movement. And this has a high potential to cause an impingement or aggravation of the rotator cuff. The lifting motion, especially at higher weights, puts excessive stress on the shoulder joints and tendons, which can be more susceptible to injury in older adults. Plus, very few beginners do the move correctly. Very often, people bend their wrists too much or shrug unnaturally. And here's the caveat. If you're over 50 but can do this move safely and correctly with the right amount of weight, preferably under the guidance of a personal trainer, go for it. But if that's not you, consider safer alternatives like the seated dumbbell shoulder press or the bent-over dumbbell row. The seated shoulder press maintains a more natural shoulder position while still working the deltoids, and the bent-over row effectively targets the upper back without the same risk to the shoulder joint. Second on our list of exercises to reconsider for those over 50 is the burpee. A dynamic and intense full-body exercise, burpees combine a squat, jump, and push-up. That means burpees work muscles across your arms, chest, quads, glutes, hamstrings, and core. Besides, they also train your speed, explosive strength, and endurance. The problem is that burpees can be particularly challenging for individuals over 50. This exercise requires high-impact movements and quick direction changes, which can strain the joints and cardiovascular system. The rapid bending and straightening of knees, hips, and elbows, coupled with the impact of jumping, can also increase the risk of injury if you have reduced joint mobility or strength. And again, that's the caveat: a pre-existing lack of mobility and strength. So, if you have that power, by all means, keep doing burpees. Otherwise, work towards building that strength with safer alternatives, including bridges, wall push-ups, and planks. Bridges strengthen the lower body and improve balance with less joint impact, while wall push-ups and planks are a gentler way to work the chest, arms, and core without the risks associated with the dynamic movements of burpees. Number 3 on our list is back extensions, also known as hyperextensions. This exercise involves lifting the upper body against gravity while lying face down. This exercise primarily targets the spinal erector muscles and the lower back. If you're using a gym machine or lifting your legs, you'll also work your glutes and hamstrings. For those over 50, back extensions can pose risks due to the increased pressure they place on the spine, especially in the lumbar region. The movement can exacerbate lower back pain and potentially lead to spinal disc issues, especially if you have pre-existing back conditions or weakened core muscles. If you don't have those conditions and have been using the back extension machine at the gym like a pro, that's awesome. You don't automatically need to stop using the machine on your 50th birthday. However, you can pay more attention to your body and how you're feeling. That said, safer alternatives for beginners include bird dogs, swimmers, and bridges. All these exercises strengthen your core and hamstrings with minimal spinal stress. Fourth on our cautionary list are jump squats. This high-impact exercise involves performing a standard squat followed by an explosive jump, effectively working the quadriceps, hamstrings, glutes, and calves. However, jump squats can be particularly risky for individuals over 50. The high-impact nature of the jump places significant stress on the knees and ankles. Besides, the rapid change from a squat to a jump increases the risk of muscle strains and joint injuries, especially for those with weakened muscles or joint issues. By this point, I bet you already know what I'm about to say. And yes, if you're a jump squat expert, by all means, keep doing them for as long as you feel they're working. But if you're over 50 and it's your first day in the gym, consider lower impact alternatives like regular squats, lunges, or leg presses. Regular squats and lunges provide similar lower body strengthening benefits without the risky jumping motion, and leg presses allow for controlled resistance training, targeting the same muscle groups with less stress on the joints. In fact, I would recommend beginners to use 90% gym machines until they develop some strength, while slowly learning how to use free weights with perfect form. Coming in at number 5 are crunches, a popular abdominal exercise. Performed by lying on your back and lifting your upper body towards your knees, crunches target the rectus abdominis, the muscle responsible for the six-pack look, as well as your obliques. But for newbies over 50, crunches can be more harmful than for other beginners. The repeated flexing of the spine puts excessive pressure on the lower back, leading to back pain or exacerbating existing spinal issues. Besides, this focused and isolated abs contraction doesn't effectively strengthen the core as a unit. And this functional type of training is essential for overall stability and injury prevention. Basically, instead of aiming for a six-pack, you should train your transversus abdominis, lower back, obliques, and glutes together for a solid core. And that's valid for every age group. So, safer and more effective alternatives include planks, side planks, and bird dogs. Planks and side planks provide a comprehensive core workout that strengthens the entire core region evenly without stressing the spine. Bird dogs are another excellent low-impact option for beginners that promotes core stability and coordination. With that in mind, what did I miss from this video? What exercises do you think are more dangerous in this age group and why? Remember to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and let's move the chat to the comments.